When it comes to balance changes, Forsaken definitely takes the cake for weird decisions. Like, seriously, why did it take this long for Taff to finally get a stacking penalty? How is it fair that two time can still trick snap? And then there's John Doe who got completely gutted and is now arguably the worst killer aside from Slasher. But none of that compares to the buff they gave Noli. And oh boy, if you thought 1x was too strong for the major nerfs, you're going to be shocked when you see how Noli has basically turned into a bear cool kid. Easily the best and most broken killer in the game right now. In this video, I'll be ranting and breaking down exactly how and why the Noli buffs went way too far. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Let's start with why Noli even got buffed in the first place. Before the Slasher update, Forsaken ran a test for a new hitbox system and ping compensation. Basically, they're testing fresh code to replace the old one because apparently the game's code was rotting and breaking itself. At the time, everything seemed to work smoothly. Sure, there are a few errors here and there, but overall the test was considered a success. Then came along the awaited Slasher update. Jason was remodeled into the original killer, though nothing really changed for his gameplay. Plenty of our characters got buffs and nerfs. But Noli was actually left untouched, and that's when one of the developers posted this in the sub-announcement channel. This one singular meme post basically sums up the entire Noli situation. And no, it's not because he was bad. In fact, he was actually one of the most balanced killers in the game. The problem came from the new ping and compensation system, and also the hitbox changes, which made playing Noli absolutely miserable. Landing M1s as Noli was a nightmare thanks to the new mechanics. To break it down, before the buff, Noli had a 0.4 second windup on his M1. On paper, that doesn't sound too bad, but in practice, it feels like it takes forever to swing. The rest of his kit was fine, but that M1 was ridiculously weak. And since M1s are the main source of damage for most killers, having such a sluggish one crippled his overall performance. And so, just a day after that so-called announcement from one of the developers, FF Prankster, sorry if I got that name wrong, one of the game's balancer dropped a post that simply said, "I can fix him." On September 3rd, a brand new patch dropped. And what did it contain? Oh my goodness, it's literally an overbuff to Noli. They made his M1s faster, which sounds fine, until you realize they also increased the length of his M1s too, meaning he now has better M1s hitboxes than almost every other killer. He's still got a small rework, nothing crazy, just some hitbox radius adjustment. Then we got the Void Rush buff. Now, Void Rush can stack damage, meaning the more survivors you hit, the stronger that final hit becomes. And even if you only hit one survivor on the final hit, yeah, that final hit still hurts like hell. And lastly, they buffed his hallucination clones. And to be fair, that part's actually good. They're now way harder to tell apart from the real Noli. The problem is they can cancel any action. You wanna heal? Nope, sorry you can't. The clone says no. Do gens? Nope. Place a build as a builderman? Nuh-uh. Set traps as Seth? Absolutely not. Now, okay, I'll admit, he's still one of the bear killers to loop around. Just don't get too close to walls, stay in open areas, and manage your stamina properly. Which I would say if two of his abilities didn't completely invalidate all of that. Void Rush and Observant, the most overpowered ability for Noli. Void Rush can be used right at the start of the match and costs Noli absolutely nothing other than the need to steer carefully so he doesn't crash into a wall. And if you're good at playing Noli, you definitely know why that's a problem for the survivors and a very great advantage for the Noli player. But you can use Gas just to counter him by using that. You can just block his Nova Rush or Void Rush, whatever. You can just counter. Okay, let's just say that you successfully block an attack and parried Noli, stunning him, right? Now, you can get away by running away, making some distance, and no, fuck you. Observant exists. This ability is the best movement skill in Forsaken, hands down. It lets Noli teleport to a generator and inflicts hallucinations, which then reveal the exact location of every survivor. You can use it to set up ambushes or instantly chase someone down, and it's insanely strong. It doesn't stop there. This ability makes stunning Noli feel pointless. Sure, stun is still a stun, but it means nothing if Noli can just teleport to the nearest generator you're running towards, completely catching you off guard. This combination of early game and late game movement gives Noli a free map pressure and lets him reach survivors insanely fast at the start of the game with no drawbacks. If you already know the map layouts, you can practically speedrun the early game, and honestly, if you're sweats, you could probably set a world records if Noli. With Noli, if you really tried, just speedrun the game and speedrun the match. Like, dude, Noli's just stupidly broken, I'm telling you. And ever since Noli release, I've noticed fewer and fewer cool kid players around. Maybe it's because most of them have swapped over to Noli, and honestly, who can blame them? Noli's gameplay and game plan are basically cool kids just taken to the next level. Sure, he doesn't have his minions to corner survivors, but who need to corner survivors when you can just rush them down? Like, Noli is also the third fastest killer in the game currently. I get that the devs are trying to make them feel this thing, but let's be real, everyone sees Noli as a superior cool kid now, not the trickster type killer he was supposed to be. He was meant to deceive players with hallucinations to fool people, but now he feels more like a Russian killer with a teleport and a projectile slap on top. So, at the end of the day, Noli's buffs completely flipped his identity as killer. What was once a balanced mind game focused trickster has turned into a hyper aggressive rushdown monster who dominates every match he's in. Like, he is a very hard killer to master, but once you master his kit and memorize all the map layouts, you're pretty much unstoppable. The devs might have intended to fix his issues with the new hitbox and ping system, but instead they created something far more broken. Noli went from being one of the fairest killers in Forsaken to one of the most oppressive ones. A killer can teleport, rush early game, and outpace almost everything the servers can do. But hey, I might be wrong. And if you disagree with me and you've made it this far all into the video, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to hear your thoughts about Noli's current situation. Do you think he's overpowered, balanced, or is he even healthy for the game's future killers? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you all on my next video. Goodbye.